That's gonna be rambling and incoherent.
It smells like burning and nature.
And just rest your head on the shoulder of the person next to you.
Gran Torino.
I only know Niet and Da in Russian, so we're in trouble.
Sushi jackknife. 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 Sushi jackknife.
Good noise.
It's not. It's a horrible noise.
No, that noise is how I win favor with people throughout the world. I meet them. I say, "Hello, I'm Nathan," and they say, "Hello, Nathan. How are you?" And I say,
Oh, God.
and they go, "You're a stand-up fella.
It's
We
universal.
should hang."
It's universal. It's
That's how I met Kanye.
It's like OK and Coca-Cola. It gets all the way around the world.
All the way.
I don't think I can support that sound. That sound is horrible.
Do you
to
have
me.
a better sound?
Yeah, I just like. Mm.
That is a way worse sound.
It's not as abrasive. Oh, God damn it. Welcome to Sushi Jackknife.
Bonjour.
God. This is probably our last podcast of 2016.
Well, I would say, based on the fact that it's the 29th, and I'm not planning on recording with you in the next 2 days, it's definitely the last podcast.
Definitely the last podcast
Yeah.
of 2016.
Will it actually be up before the end of 2016?
Probably. Yeah. I'm off this week, so
All right.
all things are possible.
So this will be your last opportunity to listen before the year that the world ends.
Yeah, that's true. Jen came up with a term, BT, which is the time we are currently in, which is before Trump.
Before Trump.
We need a term for after Trump, not AT.
I believe it's the apocalypse.
There you go. Yeah. we can like shorten that to AP.
By the way, quick, I'm not going to do much Trump news. I just want the best Trump news I've heard all day.
Yeah.
It was on the news today. Trump's inauguration speech.
Yeah.
He's writing it himself.
Oh.
That's gonna be rambling and incoherent.
I did read that this inauguration is going to be the most protested in years.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's something like 32 organizations that have registered to protest.
Has anyone actually decided they're going to show up? Like famous?
I haven't heard about anyone famous showing up, but I'm sure there will be.
The last thing I heard was Trump's people said Elton John was going to sing at the inauguration.
No.
And Elton John directly said, no. No.
Really?
Like it was very blunt.
That would be very odd.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Leonard Skinner's about the only band. he
Meatloaf
could
might
get.
play. Wasn't he on Celebrity Apprentice?
I mean, Meatloaf would play anywhere just because he doesn't know where he is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Meatloaf's like, huh? He's like Ozzy Osbourne, except a little worse.
It would give a whole new meaning to Bad Out of Hell. Anyway.
Yeah.
So he's going to write his own speech, and that'll be a hoot. That's what we have to look forward to in 2017. 2016 has been a garbage year, full of garbage. I'm ready for it to die.
Yeah. it's
Like
gonna-
everyone has in 2016.
Yeah, a lot of people have died.
Everyone has died
Everyone.
in 2016. Carrie Fisher died.
I know.
Carrie Fisher's mother died the next day.
I just heard about that.
What's her butt from Singing in the
Debbie
Rain?
Reynolds.
That's her.
Yeah. George Michael
Everyone's
died.
dying. Uh-huh.
A lot of 80s icons died this year.
If you were popular in the 80s, gone.
You're probably
Prince,
dead.
Bowie, gone.
Surprising amount of hair band people are still alive.
Yeah.
Guy from Poison, doing fine.
I have a theory. I call it the Keith Richards theory.
Yeah.
There's a point where if you've used enough drugs, you've essentially like pickled your innards, and you don't die.
Yeah.
You can last forever. There's no best if used by date on you anymore.
It rubs right off.
Yeah.
It's like a movie that's so bad that it comes back around to being good.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
kind of like that. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the Keith Richards rule. He's never going to die. Every other member of that band, every band that has played with that band,
Yeah.
all of them will die. Keith Richards will still be alive saying incoherent, mumbly things.
About coconuts.
And we'll just go, okay. Fine. I know people have beat it into the ground how bad 2016 has been.
Yeah.
But it's been a garbage year.
It's been a bad year.
I mean, I had a kid, so that's good.
Yeah.
But like everything else has been garbage.
Yeah, personally,
Yeah.
life has been fine. But
Yeah, it's fine.
In the cultural realm,
Not good.
not good. Political realm, terrible. Piss poor, awful.
Yeah.
Speaking of Carrie Fisher,
Yes.
I did some. Oh, I meant to ask before we go there. Actually, how was your Christmas?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't die.
did you go see in-laws and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went, so for a few days before Christmas, we went to the place where Christmas goes to die, Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh,
That's not an indictment of my in-laws, it's an indictment of Phoenix.
Phoenix, Arizona.
My sister-in-law flew a discount airline that I won't specifically name, but it was Frontier and they're garbage.
Okay.
And so the first 2 days we were there, it was mostly just her riding with my father-in-law back to the airport to see if her luggage had shown up yet.
Oh.
Spoiler alert, it hadn't.
Oh.
Someone finally delivered it. Let's see. My niece got sick.
Oh. How old's the niece?
Uh-huh.
2. You don't know.
3 or 4.
Okay.
I can't keep track
Young
of that sort of
aged.
thing.
Yeah.
I got gifts.
Anything remarkable?
No.
No.
I don't. People need to just get me gift cards.
This is the plight of our generation.
No one knows. The thing is, I don't really want anything.
Yeah.
My wife got me a nice coat. That was nice. I did want that.
Is it the coat you were wearing when
Yeah.
you came in? Nice, very nice coat.
Everything else, I mean, it's good.
Kind of inconsequential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything my wife got me was good. She listens to the podcast. I have to say that. No, she did very well. But I don't. People kept asking me what I wanted. I don't
really want
want
anything.
things at
Yeah.
all. At one point, I was going to ask for wood because I want to build a bookcase. Like, that's what I want. My parents got me a saw. That was nice.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's real shit.
Yeah.
Saw.
Yeah.
We had a quiet Christmas. It was nice. We didn't travel for the first time in probably a decade.
Oh, you missed out.
Oh, it was the best thing ever. We were just here and just the 3 of us and hanging out. It was great.
Yeah, that would have been nice. We instead flew
Yeah.
places. Well, but there were layovers.
Oof.
And our flight home got delayed. So instead of getting home at 4 o'clock on Christmas Eve, we got home at 8 o'clock on Christmas Eve.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Gross.
But we got to hang out in the Chicago airport.
Oh, it sounds great.
It's okay. You know what? I will say the Chicago airport's very nice.
Is it?
Yeah. I'd hang out there. In fact, if I lived in Chicago, that's all I would do is go hang out at O'Hare. So there's a positive. If you're flying to Chicago, enjoy the airport. I had a nice turkey burger at the airport.
Wow.
My wife had a salad. They sold a lot of Cubs gear.
I imagine they did.
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway. So one of the highlights of my Christmasing or around Christmas was my sister-in-law and her husband came up, and they're wonderful people. And they unlocked some software for us. Well, this is actually legal, so I can talk about it. They're Android people, so they added us to their Google Play business. And that can go on the Roku, which goes on the TV. And they have already bought Star Wars, the 3 original movies, which I've been looking for a long time.
How hard have you looked for them?
I mean, I've been looking. Well,
they're not hard to find.
That's
It's
not
not
what
like you're finding an obscure movie here.
that's not what I meant to say. I've been wanting to buy. That's what I meant to say.
I've looked everywhere for Star Wars.
I've
Home
dug-
Depot. I went to Applebee's.
The Chicago
None of them.
airport.
They probably had it there.
Yeah,
They had an electronics store.
with a Cubs logo on it. See Star Wars if you've never seen it before.
Exactly.
With Cubs players' faces imposed over the characters.
Yeah, Anthony Rizzo replaces Han Solo. It's great.
He would be my... he's more of a Luke to me.
Anthony Rizzo?
Yeah, he's a young guy.
Well, they're all young guys.
No, that one guy's not young. The guy that... He's gone now, but...
The catcher?
The catcher, yeah.
Whatever his name is.
He could be Han Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Ross.
There
That's
you
his
go.
name.
Who gets to be Princess Leia in that scenario?
Chris Bryant.
Okay.
He spells it with a K, so that makes him the most feminine of the team.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well.
That's how women Chris's spell their name.
Controversial viewpoint.
Nope.
So anyway, I found Star Wars, and I'm watching The Empire Strikes Back, and it was great. And I remembered that I was totally obsessed with those movies as a little kid, right? And I remembered I wrote this story as a little kid. It was a science fiction story, and I had a character in there that was a total ripoff. I had a character named Dan Bolo.
By the way, what you're describing is, I'm relatively certain, J.J. Abrams' process for writing the last Star Wars movie. He just took his kid fan fiction and a different character, lasers, pew, pew, pew.
There has to be a Death Star. Yeah.
It's like a super Death Star.
It's like it eats suns. 2.
Yeah. So you found your story.
I found my story, yeah. And if I can dig it up at some point, I think we should read it, because I think it would be horrifying for me. I think there's another character named Gior, if I remember correctly, which I just shortened Georgia, which is where I lived. I got 3rd in my class. You chuckle.
That doesn't surprise me. You're in Georgia.
The fact that I was literate at all.
If you're literate, you're in the top half of your class.
Well, I always was in that case. So yeah, Dan Bolo forever. Dan Bolo lives on. I had to fix my sump pump before Christmas. This was like on the 23rd.
You fixed your sump pump?
Well, it wasn't so much me as the French plumber.
Ah, there we go.
Who came into my psyche to save me from the horror of fixing the sump pump myself.
Okay.
He took over. Mm-hmm. I took a back seat. Mm-hmm. I went over and played with my action figures in the corner.
Okay.
And the French plumber came in and fixed it for me.
What was wrong with it?
It was clogged with a lot of horrible shit. It only connects to our washing machine,
okay,
in the basement here, because that's the only part of the plumbing system that's actually lower, you know, and so it has to pump the water. If you don't know what a sump pump is, it's like a water pump basically, and I thought it was sub pump forever, but it's actually sump, S-U-M-P.
Well, yeah,
because I read it on the pump itself.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
you thought it was sub pump.
Yeah, well, they are called submersible pumps. But that's what they are.
Sump pump.
So underwater
It's
pump.
a sump pump.
Sump pump, yeah.
Yeah, it's sump. You sump it. You sump that, get it out of there.
It does something.
Nah.
So I took it apart, and it like lives in a bucket thing, right? That's filled with water. And you ever heard the term gray water?
Well, I have not heard the term, but I know what.
It's actually gray.
Yeah. What gray water is.
It's like used water. Right, and thankfully there's no sewage in this because it's just coming off of the washing machine. Mm-hmm. But like, I'm like, well, what the hell is wrong with this thing, right? Because you're just running and running and running, it wouldn't do anything, and I was like, oh. So what I did was I took the fucking cap off the thing and I disconnected the shit, and I pick it up, and it's filled with fucking dog hair and just horribleness. And the French plumber came into my head. He took over the process where I was literally down here talking to myself for hours, making myself laugh, trying to get through the horror of this fucking like nasty gray bullshit that was encrusting the pump and clean. It was horrible.
I have never had to deal with a sump pump.
Yeah.
And I don't intend on starting to.
Yeah.
It sounds really bad.
It's really horrible. It's just
So
crud.
that's how you celebrate Christmas?
Yeah, that's how well, this room, the room that we record in,
Yeah.
is in the basement, right?
Yeah.
Was like partially filled with water. Not filled, but like there was a lot of water down here. It took every towel we had in the house to like sop it up.
Wow.
So yeah, the water was pouring out of the sump pump because it was clogged.
So you don't recommend basements?
I don't recommend basements. And in fact, you see, I've reopened the hole in my floor where the water drains to. That's an old drain.
What?
I covered
Why
it.
Why was it not open?
I figured there was some kind of horrible, like, ancient spiders that live down there. I didn't want them coming out.
You know they put drains in floors for specific reasons,
Yeah,
right?
I know that now. Remember when I took that trip and I drove like 2.5 hours out of my way?
Yeah,
This is kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
If you reach a lighthouse, you've gone too far.
The same would be true about drains. If you if you don't see the drain, you've gone too far.
You've gone too far.
far.
The drain is there.
So, real quick sports update. by the way.
Oh, sports. Oh,
Speaking of holidays,
sports update.
it's a. That wasn't. Is that what you do for sports updates? now?
Sports update.
Can you do like the ESPN
Sports
song?
update.
Oh well, no, I mean I'm fine with that.
Sports update.
Can you make it like? Is there reverb?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Sports update. Sounds like you have like you're trying to force something out of your butt.
It's yeah, it's definitely full of constipation.
Yeah. Right?
So
Okay.
let me pull this story up.
Yeah.
So as we discussed last episode,
No, episode before last.
the episode before last, you're
Yes.
right. My mistake.
God.
It is football bowl season. Mm-hmm. And today, as we record, one
Yes.
of the biggest bowls of the season is happening. The Belk Bowl, sponsored by Belk Department Store.
Oh no. Really?
Yeah.
Really? We didn't even cover this one.
It's not an important bowl.
Okay. Okay.
So Arkansas is playing some random team. Who gives a crap? In the Belk Bowl. So I was at work today, and I got my ESPN news alert, as I do, about a senior tight end for Arkansas who was suspended from the Belk Bowl.
Okay.
Now, I will say this. It does not specifically say this in the team statement, but the news report said this. He was suspended from the Belk Bowl because he was caught shoplifting from Belk.
Really?
Yeah. So, here's my question to you.
Okay.
I want you to jump into the shoes of the college senior tight end for Arkansas that is suspended.
Okay.
And tell me what your excuse is to try to get out of your suspension from the Belk Bowl
shit.
after you shoplift from Belk. I have one specific excuse in my head.
Okay. Hey, coach. Hey, man, I ain't never seen nothing like that before. I mean, they had jeans that were 50% off, man. I mean, good ones like Lee's and stuff.
Now, wait. In your head, as a shoplifter, you're concerned about the price of the jeans.
Yes. Yeah, that's
Okay.
That's very important because it's like I'm not stealing as much, man. It's like they, you know what I mean.
Okay. Here's my. It's the only reasonable explanation I can come up with for stealing from Belk before the Belk Bowl. He heard he was in the Belk Bowl.
Yeah.
He went, I don't know what that is. He went to Belk and went, well, since I'm in the bowl,
You're right.
pretty sure this is all free, and just started filling his pockets with everything.
They got a lot of ladies' clothes here, man. I just need I need some fucking Real Tree T-shirts and stuff. They don't got. You got Real Tree?
I don't know that I've ever been in a Belk.
Oh, I've been in a Belk way too many times.
I don't know. Maybe I have, and I forgot about it.
It's like a shittier Macy's.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like a Macy's where you're for sure everything was made in Bangladesh.
Well, I will say that I most definitely had never heard of it till I moved here.
Okay.
So it's definitely not everywhere.
There was Canton, where Jen is from, my wife. There's a Belk there that I've been to a bajillion times.
How many times did you steal from it?
Well, this is before I started stealing, so not so much. But hey, man, who knows?
The thing is, you don't have the excuse. You aren't playing in the Belk Bowl.
No, man, but I needed some CK1.
Are these brands? What are they?
Calvin Klein 1, man. It's perfume, man perfume.
Is
man.
it?
Yeah.
I don't buy man perfume.
That's a real thing. I don't either. It's
I wear deodorant.
Yeah, that's as far as I go too.
I occasionally will have a body spray.
Cologne
Just
makes
a
me sneezy.
quick shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember those ads for that fucking, what was that shit? Axe?
Oh, yeah.
Where it was like you'd spray yourself and then you'd be flocked with girls. Bullshit.
I will say that I recognize the smell of Axe. And I never smell Axe around a person that I'm like, that's a good guy. I'd like to hang out with that person. Now, if you wear Axe,
Yeah.
you're probably a great person.
You're fine.
If you're listening.
You're fine.
But every other person who wears Axe is just the armpit of society. They're the worst. It's what I like to call the date rape crowd.
Yeah.
They probably go pick up some Axe and roofies.
Roofie, Mountain Dew.
Not Mountain Dew, Monster Energy.
Even better. Monster Energy.
It's not like occasional I have a Monster Energy. It's like a daily,
Regimen.
maybe 3 or 4 times daily Monster Energy.
And to relax, a Four Loko.
They watch a lot of UFC. A lot, not an average amount, like an unusual amount of UFC.
And they eat like protein powder.
They can tell you all the undercard matches at the UFC event.
That's a dedication.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. When Axe came out with that smell that was like Wolfpack Meth Lab, I was off the train.
See, that's my favorite.
It smells like burning and nature at the same time.
I think it's what a man should smell like.
Burning nature.
It should smell like Breaking Bad caught on fire.
Yeah.
Like the entire show of Breaking Bad caught on fire.
Or just Conquest. It smells like Conquest.
Yep.
Pretty sure Conquest smells like balls.
Probably. I think all of them do. I think that's what they're going for.
When the Mongols invaded China, it's just so gamey.
And I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure every Axe body spray, they smell it, and they go, what should we call that one? And one guy goes, taint. And they go, no, that's not going to work. We'll call it victory.
Yeah, there we go. A Pyrrhic victory, if you will. I've been listening to this book. I say listening because it's the truth. I've been listening to it through the.
Is it an audiobook, or are you just holding a book up to your head?
Well, yeah, it's like
it doesn't make much noise.
If you open it up to the right page, you can hear the ocean. So yeah, it's an audiobook.
Okay.
And it's called "The History of the World in 6 Glasses" by a guy named Tom Standage, I believe it is. And it's very interesting. It traces, Tom Standage. It traces the history of the world through 6 beverages. You ready for this? Mm-hmm. You want to guess them? You want to guess the beverages?
Beer.
Boom.
That's one. Wine.
Yeah. Boom.
Whiskey.
Spirits. Boom.
Okay. Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Very good. And 2 more.
2 more. Water. No water.
No.
Obviously not water.
No.
You're looking at me as if this is an obvious one.
They are pretty
We've
obvious.
just knocked off all of the alcohols.
Beverages.
I hadn't thought about that.
Not just booze.
Well, I know. I already said soda.
Cola. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tea and coffee.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Which of those, if you had to guess, would you say is the oldest? Like, which did humanity come upon first out of those 6?
beer.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah,
exactly
beer.
right.
I'd say
I've
beer.
asked a lot of people that this week, and everyone thought it was tea. But yeah,
No.
it's absolutely beer.
No, I always want to know, and maybe your book tells this,
Yeah. Hit me.
how someone decided to drink tea.
Yeah.
Someone at some point saw a plant and went, I'm going to put that in really hot water and drink what happens.
Well, yeah. It's kind of the same thing with coffee.
Yeah.
Well, like tea and coffee and beer
Yeah.
all have, I'm not sure about wine. All of those have like creation stories kind of, right?
Well, I know the beer one because I watched a whole documentary about it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do tell.
It was a thing to do with wheat and barley and whatnot that was going to go bad.
Yeah.
That's what they...
And it probably happened by accident. Like,
Yeah.
It was hard to, by the time that human beings were a little less hunter-gathery and we were stockpiling cereal grains, it was hard to keep them from getting wet.
Yeah.
And then there's natural yeast in the air, and boom, you got beer.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada beer.
Yeah.
So tea, tea obviously originates in China, right? And they have kind of an origin story about an emperor who, it was boiling water and the leaves blew into it by accident, sort of thing. But they didn't actually start drinking tea until a little later than you would think. Coffee, similarly, there's a story about a farmer who noticed his goats eating the berries from this bush, and then they started jumping up and down and getting all crazy. And he's like, huh! And so, yeah, coffee. So they each have their own little origin story.
I want to hear the story of the beverages that didn't stick.
Yeah.
Like someone was really excited to put some sort of root in hot water, and then they tasted it and got explosive diarrhea or something. That's what I want to hear.
I think most of those stories end in death.
Yeah.
Like,
those are the ones I want.
oh no, Gru had dysentery root. End of his line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like all the times that someone tried a mushroom and they were like,
Yeah.
oh fuck.
Well, you have all of the stuff that's poisonous.
Yeah.
And people found out it was poisonous somehow.
Yeah, someone either ate it and they got sick,
Right.
or someone ate it and died and other people noticed.
Yeah, I'm assuming that like for every poisonous berry we have that we know of, someone went, ooh, berries.
Yes.
Grabbed a handful, shoved them in their mouth,
Right.
kicked it, and someone else went, not those berries. Those are bad berries.
Those are bad berries.
Blueberries, good. Poison berry,
Bad.
no.
It's kind of like we have this tree in our yard called a hackberry tree. Mm-hmm. We actually have two, and I think they're only sort of in this region. I never saw them in Georgia, but they have them in Tennessee. And I was worried because my kid was like playing with them a lot, and I was like, I wonder if those are poisonous. So I looked it up. Turns out they're not. Turns out the Native Americans used to smash them and use them as a sauce, like as a seasoning with meat and stuff. So they're totally edible.
Have you eaten them?
I haven't tried them. They don't look good. They're more like seed than flesh, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like they're really hard?
Why don't I try one and report back?
I'd like to know what they taste like.
I'm going to make a note. My yard is filled with them right now.
Okay. I'd like to know what one tastes like.
Hackberry.
Try it with some meat.
No.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I'm just gonna chew on it.
You're supposed to try it with meat.
Well, you're supposed to taste your ingredients too.
Do you taste all your ingredients? Like every time you're cooking, do you
not
taste
anymore.
salt and go, oh yeah, salty. Yeah, that's right.
That is not sugar.
Note to self.
The one that says kosher, not sugar. No, this book is crazy. I didn't realize that coffee was popular in England before tea. Didn't know that. It was cheaper, and coffee houses became like these centers of like the Enlightenment sort of grew out of coffee house conversation.
Yeah.
And I kind of wonder, like, what would that be like at a Starbucks today? People would just be so annoyed if you sat there and like debated whether, democracy or oligarchy was the way to go.
Well,
You know
first
what I mean?
off, you're probably interrupting two housewives talking about a Kardashian.
Yeah.
And so if you're debating democracy with them, it's going to be a really short conversation because you'll make your point and they'll say, we don't care. Courtney, though.
Yeah, but like to the point where people would go, there were like certain coffee houses for artists, certain ones for politicians, certain ones for stock exchangers, certain ones for maritime folks, and people would pick up their mail there. Like they would.
Interesting.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? Like you would so often be at the same coffee house that you would just use it as a forwarding address. Like, yeah, I'll be by there like 5 times tomorrow. So yeah, I'll pick up my letters there. Thanks.
See, I need a good coffee shop.
Don't we all? Doesn't that sound nice to just sit around and bullshit and like, solve problems?
Yeah. That's like our podcast.
Yeah.
I solve a lot of problems here.
Uh-huh. So tea comes along later, and of course the horrors of the East India Trading Company, the tea company, are innumerable. They got people. This is the company that basically ruled India for the British, right? Yeah. The East India, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got people in China hooked on opium in order to exploit them for their tea. They got a bunch of Chinese people hooked on opium.
I know it's kind of a shady business practice.
Yeah.
But like it's pretty smart.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's no regulation. Ethically, yeah, maybe it's a little questionable. It's in
dubious.
That gray area.
It's in that sump pump area.
It's like, there's definitely no one who's going to say for sure that it's right. It's in the gray area.
I will say it's right, because I am the fucking French plumber. Fuck you. Fuck you, grime and shit. Fuck you. I will drink your tea. Oh, it never caught on in France as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And neither did rum. And okay, this is, I'm basically just know that I'm recommending this book. It's a good book. Very interesting. So rum catches on. Rum's made as a byproduct of making sugar cane, right? They figure out how to distill rum from sugar cane. And it catches on with sailors. It also catches on with African slave traders. And they often use rum as a currency to buy slaves. Well, the sailors on the British boats get a love for it, and it became kind of a common practice to mix it with water and lemon juice, creating grog. That's what grog is.
That sounds awful to me.
Yeah, it's probably not that great. But they had no idea, but of course that prevented scurvy, which gave them an advantage over other navies like the French and the Spanish.
Happy accidents there.
The British lucked out a lot on shit. That's what I've learned from this book. Like, the British Empire arose in a lot of ways just purely out of chance. And then they were okay sometimes, and they were real dicks other times.
So I've always found this amusing.
Yeah.
And speaking of the British Empire and tea and coffee.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest, if not the biggest point in the American Revolution that everyone knows is the Boston Tea Party.
Right.
Where we were mad that England is taxing our tea. And we love tea. We want tea.
Right.
And now, no one cares about tea at all.
No.
It's like immediately as soon as we got our independence, we're like, it's good, coffee.
I ordered tea at a Starbucks the other day because I have a Starbucks gift card. And the barista literally smirked at me.
Yeah.
Like, the room got silent.
My dad went through a spell this last summer, which this is the weirdest thing ever to me. Because he's not a Starbucks person.
Yeah.
And he randomly became a tea person a couple years ago.
Oh.
Never been a coffee person. just randomly stumbled on tea. He would go to Starbucks to get the green tea frappuccino.
Oh, I love that thing. That thing is so good.
And I would do anything to see the look on the barista's face when he showed up again at the same Starbucks ordering the same green tea frappuccino. It's a weird drink the first time. 10 times in, it's just bizarre.
I will admit to loving it. I love the green tea.
I've had it. I like it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get it over and over.
Let's be honest. It's a milkshake.
Oh, yeah. Well, all Frappuccinos
Oh,
are.
yeah. It's just a milkshake.
Frappuccinos are coffee for people who don't like coffee.
Yeah. True.
It's like they went, hey, let's take coffee and then put as much sugar in it as possible.
You make it cold, so it's like more of a treat. Yeah.
And anyone who argues with you, it just means they don't know what real coffee is.
Right. Going to Starbucks has been, because I've been to Starbucks like 4 times recently because of these gift cards, which has been great. It's been enjoyable, but it has been interesting. I mean, they have certain things that I dig, and certain that I don't. Like yesterday, we went to a Starbucks and we just sat around and like I read the paper and Jen read a book. And,
Did you order something?
Yeah. It was really nice. Like it was nice. It was nice. The little outpost ones piss me off because they get full, and then like there's these big tables, and one person will sit and like strategically so that they, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you feel weird being like, I want to sit there. You know, there's a chair.
I always just go sit right next to them.
Do you? Without...
And if they don't move, then I rest my head on their shoulder.
It's the same thing you do on airplanes.
It's how you make friends. If you don't believe me, go to the next showing of Rogue One.
Yes.
It will be full. And just rest your head on the shoulder of the person next to you. You're going to get to know them real quick.
Did you see Rogue One? No. I loved it. I thought it was so great.
I'll see it at some point.
Can I tell you the truth? I brought it up tonight before you got here, and Jem was in support. I was almost like, why don't Nathan and I go watch that movie? And
You've
not
seen it, though.
But I want to see it again. I liked it a lot.
Oh, don't be that person.
No. I will be that person. I will be that person for this.
There's only one movie I've ever seen multiple times in theaters.
Marley and Me.
No. You get 4 more guesses. Go.
You just needed a good cry. One of the Lord of the Rings deals.
Fantasy?
That doesn't seem like you. That doesn't
Come
seem
on,
like
you know me better than that.
What do you even like? It's a valid question, Nathan. What do you like?
I will say this movie, I went and saw it and then enjoyed it so much with a person I was in college with.
Oh, okay. All right.
That I immediately, within the next couple of days, took Tanae to it. Because she would also like it. It's a manly tearjerker, we'll say that.
The Wrestler?
No.
Okay.
No one likes The Wrestler that much.
Okay, I got 2 more guesses.
Yeah.
A manly tearjerker that came out.
Think of the manliest actor you can think of in all time.
All time. Stallone?
No! What?
I mean, not manly like manly, but you know, like he's manly. Okay, that doesn't.
Stallone's all about manscaping. That's not that manly.
That doesn't count as a guess. Hang on. Schwarzenegger? Something?
No.
Okay. Not that kind of man. Bruce Willis. No, you hate Bruce Willis.
Real man. A realistic man.
Realistic man?
Yeah, that's a real man.
Who's an actor that's a realistic man?
I will narrow it down
Okay.
by telling you the actor, and then you can guess the movie.
All right.
You got 2 more guesses.
All right.
Clint Eastwood.
Oh, shit, of course.
That's the ultimate man.
Gran Torino.
Yes.
Oh, I like Gran Torino.
2 times.
That's great.
2 times in 2 days. That's a manly tearjerker right there.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's a good movie.
If there is a movie that's going to make a guy cry, and in a way where they have no reason to be ashamed, Gran Torino.
That movie's all about racism, and that's the one where he bashes up the asshole kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
I mean, I assume that since the movie's like 10 years old now, I can say how the ending
Spoilers
happens.
for Gran Torino.
But he, after trying to rescue this kid from gangs,
Yes.
goes and gets himself murdered by the gang to get them all off the street.
Oh, yeah,
That's the ending right there.
Well,
He fakes pulling a gun, but really pulls out a lighter.
Right. That's
That's
right.
manly.
Doesn't he walk in with a baseball bat, too?
He does all sorts of
busted
manly
some
things.
heads.
Oh, man.
You really got a little penchant for
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood.
Who doesn't?
Okay, good point.
I mean, everyone likes Clint Eastwood.
The best thing about that movie comes in the credits, because you get a taste of what could have been the singing career of Mr. Eastwood.
It's not bad.
It's not. It has a
Although,
lot of character.
At this point,
It's more than Torino.
like 30 years ago,
Yeah.
a little bit different.
If you don't know about this, Clint Eastwood, in addition to being a massive movie star, also had I think it was a country music singing career.
Well, and he's
Prospects.
a jazz pianist.
Yeah, and he composes music as well. Yeah,
He's composed music. This is how great Clint Eastwood is. Actor, director. I believe he's had his hand in writing
Yes.
a bit.
Yes.
Composer for his own movies. He has done everything. Everything. Producer? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He produced Gran Torino, probably. I'm not going to look it up.
$1 Million
He
Baby.
directed Gran Torino, though.
$1 Million Baby.
That's another manly tearjerker.
Mystic River.
You know what?
Damn.
All the manly tearjerkers are by Clint Eastwood.
They are.
Eastwood's manly tearjerkers.
Yes.
When he dies, they're going to put a box set together of all his movies. That's going to be the name.
Letters from Iwo Jima.
That's another one.
Fuck.
Yeah.
When he dies, men are no
Watch,
longer...
the next movie he directs is going to be just like a lighthearted comedy. It's going to be a buddy road trip comedy.
That's never going to happen. The next movie he directs is going to be a 9/11 movie.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, the last one he did was the Sully Sullenberger thing, wasn't it?
That seems right. Yeah. Yeah. See?
I think that was him. I'm not going to swear by that, but I'm pretty sure.
It seems right. It seems right.
Yeah, everything like that. It's Clint Eastwood. He's going to die one day. I'm surprised 2016 hasn't claimed
killed him. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hollywood will be worse.
Who should have died this year that didn't die?
Donald Trump and Mike Pence.
Yeah.
This isn't a threat.
No.
I'm not threatening to do anything.
And while we're at it, Paul Ryan, like, we just gotta keep going. It's someone brought up to me
Putin.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
I can come up with a whole list here.
Assad would be wonderful. Assad, Putin. There's a few. They shouldn't have shot that Russian ambassador. They should have just went right to the top.
Oh,
right
man.
to the top. Anyway.
Putin's going to come right after you.
There's that chocolate. Well, he can come. Bring it on, this lad.
Yeah, you say that now while Obama's president.
I know.
Wait, a little bit less than a month and see how quick you are.
It's gonna really suck when, like, after Trump's inaugurated, they change the flag.
I only know "niet" and "da"
Yeah,
in Russian, so we're in trouble.
Vodka, borscht. Fuck, borscht sucks. Anyway,
Everything in Russia sucks. Just the idea of Russia sucks. You look at the map and you go, this is pretty nice. This is like Italy here. This is nice. Where are we going?
Notice there's no Rick Steves Russia. Is that a ding? Does that get a ding?
Yeah. I like it.
All right.
That would be the worst rated program ever. No one
Ever.
wants to watch that.
No. So as someone I talked to over the holidays reminded me that, if you're praying for an assassination, not plotting, mind you, praying, and I don't really mean it. I don't really want anyone to get killed. Anyone can be reformed.
I'm very opposed to death.
Yeah,
in general.
general. Yeah, I'm a pacifist.
In fact, I would like Donald Trump to live to be 180.
On an island somewhere where he can have
No, I want him right here. I want to be buddies with Donald Trump.
You want him at the third person at the table?
BFF.
I don't know if I can handle that. He doesn't get a microphone. How about that?
You say you can't handle it.
Yeah.
But you know if Donald Trump said, I want to be on your podcast, you would go, yeah, okay.
I would I would 100% have him on.
And then it would be the most awkward hour and a half.
Well, he's never listened to the show.
Well, even while he's on the podcast, you won't be listening?
No. We'll just be like, this guy, you know what you did this week.
Believe me.
Hey, how about Trump steaks? How's that going, buddy? You know what? Ivanka, all her fucking clothes are made in the third world. What do you say to that, asshole?
His entire clothing line is made there.
I know.
I just saw a thing today, and we're getting back on Trump. Gonna make it quick. Get off that train. No one wants the Trump train.
Chugga, Trump.
He posted a thing saying his slogan.
Yeah.
His 2 rules for his presidency.
Okay.
Are everything will be made in America or bought in America.
Such bullshit. It's bullshit, man. It's not going to happen.
I'd like to know if that means he's going to condemn his sons when they don't bring the Trump clothing line back to the United States.
Exactly.
I know Malaysia needs help. They need some business.
You know, there's a 5-year-old in Bangladesh just begging for a job.
Well, I mean, their hands are so tiny. They can make the tiny stitches.
Jesus. It's the truth, by the way. This is the truth.
Yeah.
This is the truth. Anyway. God damn.
They do the best work, believe me.
They make the best steaks, believe me. Have you had Trump Blood of the Innocents wine? So refreshing.
Nothing refreshes you like the blood of the innocents.
Not a damn thing.
Okay, assassination.
Yeah.
Back on the...
So, basically, I had someone suggest, and reminded me, rightfully so, that, we're not advocating for it, but if it happened, not so bad. You can't just go one. You got to kill at least 3 people, because what does it go? It goes President, Vice President, Speaker of the House. I don't even know what comes after that.
I don't know. It's like
Steve Bannon, maybe
secretary
No one in the cabinet, right?
No, the cabinet is secretaries are in the line.
Secretaries are in the cabinet.
Steve Bannon, I don't know what his position is.
He's the chief strategist.
That's a joke. Position. He doesn't get to be in line.
Yeah. He doesn't have congressional approval either.
Yeah.
Probably Secretary of State of somebody you would think would be in line somewhere.
Yeah.
This is worth researching. Yeah. We should know this.
Who has he named Secretary of State?
Yeah.
Who was it?
He is the CEO of ExxonMobil.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going...
That's the guy that loves Russia.
Rex Tillerson. We're going Hillary Clinton, John Kerry, ExxonMobil. Mm-hmm. Has extreme ties to Russia. Putin awarded him the highest honor that a non-Russian can receive in Russia. It's the Medal of Friendship or some bullshit. This guy has literally...
Which, by the way, is there a dumber sounding award? We're friends.
The Friendship Award.
Medal of Friendship.
Little factoid about Russia from this book, real quick.
Yeah.
There was a general under Stalin.
Okay.
Stalin would have probably killed him because, he killed everybody.
Yeah.
But the guy was adored by the people. Okay. Mm-hmm. This Russian general, loved Coca-Cola. He loved it so much that he personally wrote the Coca-Cola company to ask if they could make a clear, colorless version for him. They did. They agreed to do it.
Okay.
They made him a clear version of Coca-Cola, sent it to him in bottles with a red star cap so that he could drink Coke but not look like he was aligned with the United States in any way.
I feel like in that story I should be mad at Coke.
Yeah.
But really, the only result of it is I love that general.
Yeah. You like him a little bit more, right? Like, he was
Listen.
like, yeah.
I love Coke so much. Like, it's the best, but my boss doesn't want me to have it.
I need a plan. Like, next to FDR and fucking Churchill, this is like the one guy that can do a little fuck you to Stalin.
I think the thing I like most about it is picturing him. You know how there were the kids in high school or college that would try to sneak vodka into places in the water bottle?
Oh, yeah.
Him doing the same thing but with Coke.
Well, yeah, it was supposed to kind of look like vodka, right?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's clear, yeah.
No, I'm just having vodka. Don't worry about it.
I drink vodka all day long here at work while I send the troops.
And the thing is, Stalin probably saw that and went, man, that guy, he is tough.
What a Russian.
That is the biggest patriot we have here.
Exactly. What a patriot. What a patriot. Hey, so write us if you know what comes after Speaker of the House in order of death.
That's one of those things I could easily Google.
You're just
And
not
then
gonna,
I pick up my phone and go,
You're just not
I
going to
don't
do
care
it.
enough to type that in.
Yeah. So I've been meaning to ask you all night, have you enjoyed the smell of this candle we've had?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice.
It's a nice kind of mannish scent, right?
I will say it's a strong candle. It's potent.
It is a potent candle. This is Jen bought this with all intention of having it for herself, but she found the smell a little too much for her. This is from a company called Patty Wax, and this is their author series. This is the John Steinbeck candle.
Wait. Steinbeck.
John Steinbeck candle. They have a whole series of candles based on authors.
Now, why is this a Steinbeck?
I don't know, but it contains amber and something else. I'm going to...
What other authors are there?
Well, here we go.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you guess the scent. They have a Jane Austen. What do you
Just
think?
garbage. Straight garbage.
I was going to say, roses, but it turns out it's gardenia, tuberose, and jasmine.
I was really close. I had the first syllable right.
They have the Mark Twain. What's in the Mark Twain, Nathan?
Ooh.
What would Mark Twain smell like?
Tobacco.
Whiskey.
That would be another choice, yeah.
Whiskey, tobacco. Let's see. Tobacco flower and vanilla. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, that's good. That's perfect.
Wow.
That's as Twain as it gets right there.
What's a tobacco flower?
I'm not sure why you would put vanilla.
Well,
Twain's not really known for his vanilla.
I don't know what tobacco flower is, but I'm intrigued.
Well, I have actually seen candles that are scented like pipe tobacco.
Oh, that's
because
nice.
people love the smell of pipe tobacco.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily like the smell of the smoke.
Right.
But the tobacco is delicious smelling.
I want to go with you to get a pipe sometime still.
Okay.
Because you have a pipe, and we smoked a pipe at your house, and I enjoyed it very much. Who else have we got? Oh, this is a great one. The Edgar Allan Poe candle. What's that one smell like, buddy?
Well, absinthe.
God damn! Cardamom, absinthe,
Okay.
sandalwood.
All right. Sandalwood makes sense.
How are you nailing these? I mean, yeah, we all know that.
Apparently, I missed my calling in life.
You
I
did.
should have been a candle maker.
An author candle maker. Shit, we're quitting this and starting a company, bro. Okay, and the Charles Dickens.
Ooh.
Right?
That's a tough one.
Right? Not easy. And take your time because I have to find it. Got it. Okay. Charles Dickens.
Man, I don't have any idea on Charles Dickens.
I would think like steel smoke.
Yeah. I don't know.
Lead. Urine.
Orphans.
Unwashed children.
Yeah.
Turns out it's tangerine, juniper, and clove.
Clove I get.
Clove I get.
Juniper I get because it goes with clove.
Gin as well is the tangerine. Not so much.
I don't think at any point in time I've thought of tangerines and Dickens at the same time.
Pork fat. Now these are ones I have some others that they don't actually make that I thought might be fun. Upton Sinclair, author of The Jungle.
Author of The Jungle. Rainwater.
Rat feces.
Well, that works too.
And pork fat.
Okay.
They have an Oscar Wilde, but I can't find it. What do you think Oscar Wilde's candle smells like?
Oh, man. I have no idea on that one. It's not going to be good.
Pansies, marijuana, lubricant.
It's not going to be a good smell, that's for sure.
We did Poe, Steinbeck.
Kurt Vonnegut?
That's my next one.
Okay, go ahead.
We're on the same fucking frequency. They don't make it. What do you think Kurt Vonnegut smells like?
I honestly think if there was a Kurt Vonnegut themed candle, it would be the most boring scented candle ever. Not that that's an indictment on his writing. He was just a boring guy.
Pencil lead.
Yeah. Like it would just be like unscented.
Sawdust.
He was he was a soldier, and then he wrote, and that's his whole life. That's it. He was a funny guy.
Philip K. Dick, author of most famously "Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep," which of course Blade Runner is based on.
Right. I don't know. I can't. I feel like it would be citrusy.
I feel
for some reason.
Coffee and citrus?
Maybe.
It
would be a weird combination.
And
coffee would be good.
Coffee, citrus, and like peppermint. I don't know.
Things that make your nose sting.
Yeah. Philip K. Dick. Raymond Chandler, who I've read a bit of, and you've read like a page and turned your nose up.
That would just be straight gin. Just straight gin. Not even juniper. Just straight gin.
He was quite a drinker.
It's just a jar with gin and a wick.
Here's another one, and they actually make this, but I can't find it. And this will probably be the last one. Leo Tolstoy. Author of War and Peace, was it?
Probably.
Is that Leo Tolstoy? Hang on, I'll find out real quick. You think about it, I'll find out. Leo Tolstoy.
It's got to be a liquor.
It's got to be a liquor. Here we go. Oh, boy, he's a rough-looking character. Russian?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm thinking vodka.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, there's got to be something besides vodka, because that's not going to be.
He wrote candle. War and Peace. He wrote Anna Karenina. The death of
Anna Karenina.
Here,
that's my favorite book to say.
Anna Karenina.
Anna Karenina.
Here's a sample of his voice via Wikipedia. Recorded in 1908. Maybe. He was a count. Count Lev Nikolaevich Tolstoy. So yeah, vodka, neutral spirit. I don't know. I always picture Russia smelling a little bit like just smoke. And like farm animals.
How can you put sorrow in a candle?
Exactly. Yeah, what's the Dostoevsky candle smell like? Tears, blood, whatever depression smells like.
Yeah. just crying. Just a lot of crying.
And how about a sushi jackknife candle?
Well,
what's that smell like?
Brilliance.
Yeah.
That's not a scent.
No, it's just
I don't know. Probably vanilla.
It's just a fact.
Probably vanilla.
I mean, yeah, we're pretty.
Sushi jackknife smells like vanilla.
Sushi jackknife smells like vanilla. Unencumbered wit. Think a little highly of ourselves, don't we?
Oh yeah.
I've got some dream shit, but I think I'm going to save it.
What? You're going to save it?
I think I'm going to save it. I got some dream shit to tell you guys about.
Now, to clarify.
Yeah.
This is things you've dreamed, not like fantasies you've had.
Correct.
Like not daydreams, like night dreams.
Right.
Okay.
Night dreams.
Terrifying?
Yeah. Mildly.
Are they concerning?
Not as
Do
much.
they need to be addressed this episode
No.
for your safety?
No. And one I'm gonna save for the tape we're gonna do for Phineas from Tattoo Bananas, because we're still gonna do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna send him a customized cassette tape,
Oh, I totally forgot we were going to do that.
his own personal episode, and he loved the episode where we did the street salmon dream.
Okay.
Salmon, no, it's called No Street Salmon.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought I'd save up some dreams for him
Okay.
in a little jar by my bed. And
Phineas is a stand-up fella.
he's a stand-up fella.
If he were here, I'd give him a kiss on the mouth.
Oh, on the mouth, would ya?
Yeah. I mean, no tongue.
Yeah. I like how you just, yeah. I'd kiss him on the
Just
mouth.
no tongue.
Yeah.
Just a friendly peck right on the mouth. Yeah.
He'd like that. So one I'm saving for that, but I have others too. I really want you guys to hear Tolstoy's voice now, and fucking Wikipedia won't
Just do
play
an
it.
impression of it.
This is Leo Tolstoy. I'm here.
Oh, hey there. I'm a Tolstoy.
Hey!
Spot on.
Hey, I'm here to fix. Hey, I heard you had a Frigidaire. Is that right? Hey, it's me.
Just pick any generic nonsense European accent.
Hello. It's me. I wrote that long ass book. Here we go. I wrote a very long book, and I was very sad most of my life. I live in Russia, and it sucks. It still sucks now. I see it. I see it
Why
on
does
the news. This
It
sad.
sounds like you're in Friday Night Lights right now.
Big hearts. What do they say?
Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.
Texas forever.
Texas forever.
Russian zero.
Well, I don't understand a word he's saying.
Yeah, why did I think he'd be speaking English? To another evening.
There we go.
Sushi jackknife.
Sushi jackknife.
Oh, God.
Thanks for listening. Follow Justin Croft at Justin L. Croft, Nathan at Badlands Badly, and Sushi Jackknife's very own consciousness at Sushi Jackknife. Email us at sushijackknife